In the name of Allah, the intrinsically compassionate and all-merciful. This is the second part of the vicegerent vlog. In the first part we covered the role of the vicegerent as defined by Allah and the appointment and sending of Adam as the vicegerent of God on earth. This is a continuation from that on. Since Adam, peace be upon him, established a foothold on earth, human beings have been establishing themselves as the true representative of God on this earth. Allah, the compassionate, fulfilled his promise and continued to send a long line of prophets with updated instructions to remind humans about their intended purpose and their roles and responsibilities. Every prophet sent by God was sent to a particular nation. With Adam, the office of prophethood started to guide the rest of the vicegerents, humans, on earth. With Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him and his family, the office of prophethood reached its pinnacle, its intended purpose, and now the office is closed and sealed. This means that with the coming of the final prophet, Allah has fully fulfilled his promise and sent everything that will be required by humanity to live in this universe, for as long as it exists. With the sending of Prophet Muhammad, Allah literally globalized the moral code for the way of life. This was done well before humans figured out the meaning of globalization. We are now truly living in a globalized world which is getting hyper-globalized, and now even universalized. Now, more so than ever, ignoring, transgressing, and rebelling against the message of Prophet Muhammad has major implications for the entire mankind and the future of this world. With the coming of Prophet Muhammad, Allah has signaled that entire humanity will face consequences for rebelling against the message brought forth by his final prophet. Now more so than ever the vicegerents must follow the right track. In Surah 95 Allah, in verses 1 to 3 Allah addresses three such nations of vicegerents. I swear by the fig and olive. I swear by Mount Sinai. I swear by this city of peace. The verses point to the three sacred physical spaces implying three great prophets, Moses, Jesus, and Muhammad, peace be upon them all, three books of guidance, Torah, Gospel, and Quran, the Old Testament, the New Testament, and the Final Testament, three great religions, Judaism, Christianity, and Islam, three chosen people to guide the world, Jews, Christians, and Muslims. Then, in verse 4, Allah follows with saying, Indeed, there is no doubt that we have created humans in the best of formation. The word formation denotes the process of guiding a person to a deeper understanding of a particular role vocation. The word vocation implies a strong inclination or calling towards a specific role that aligns with an individual's passions, capabilities, and talents, and sense of purpose. The formation of human beings has physical and spiritual dimensions. Human body is a combination of matter and spirit. All human spirits were created by Allah in heaven. Since Allah is pure and heaven is a place of purity and of highest eminence, the human spirit must be pure and of high eminence to begin with. The human body, however, is created from clay, which is a very refined form of matter on earth. Note all the beauty in the world is on display at the top layer of the world. Human beings were made from clay, which is the smallest, most refined and smoothest of the soil particles and is found in the top layer. This means the substance of human beings was in the lowest levels of the earth and was brought to the highest level on earth. In the context of the above verse 4 means that the human spirit is of highest eminence and the human body is created with the most refined material of the earth. The human being as whole is beautified with capabilities from the two dimensions, worldly and heavenly. In verses 1 to 4 then, by mentioning the three nations of vicegerents and mentioning that human beings in general are formed in the best of formation, Allah is implying that these three holders of ethical and moral values are best positioned to lead the world, as long as they meet the required conditions. Allah in next three verses of Surah 95 essentially say, surely for those who took their duties to heart, took the higher path, appreciated their elevated stature, made a sincere effort to perform the role diligently in their domain of control, will be blessed with unending rewards. For those who took it for granted and didn't make the effort, or those who fed their material dimension and starved the spiritual dimension, then they will be returned to the places where their material will burn forever, in the deepest valleys of hell, just like matter burns in the belly of the earth where the substance of human came from. Finally, Allah is saying, after hearing all of these warnings clearly, what will it take you to invigorate yourself while you have time to really take on the responsibility diligently and make earnest efforts? Isn't Allah the best of judges to understand what you are capable of and what you can achieve? Isn't Allah sovereign above all the little or big rulers that rule your space and yourself? To summarize, Allah is saying that there is no doubt that human beings are purposely created for spreading enormous amounts of goodness in the universe that can benefit everyone sharing their space. They have the capabilities to take the message that was delivered to them in the sacred spaces and implement it in their lives and make the whole world a sacred play. They are blessed with the best combination of body and spirit, better than any other creation, the best faculties to display acts of compassion and piety in the most beautiful fashion, the best cognitive capabilities to articulate and communicate and spread the knowledge, the best judgment to learn and enhance knowledge and ability to apply the knowledge appropriately, and with great piety to adhere to values and strength to uphold and defend moral virtues. The jury was out at the time of revelation of these verses. The jury is still out now, and the jury will be out until the big signs of the Day of Judgment are unveiled by Allah. Muslims should not take their success for granted. It must be earned. They are best positioned, but they need to be the true slaves of Allah. They were sent to rule the world, they must not become the slaves of the world. Prophet Muhammad has warned that, by Allah, I am not afraid that you will worship others along with Allah after my death, but I am afraid that you will fight with one another for worldly things. The Prophet warned us of becoming the slave of this world, and we need to heed that warning and make a sincere effort to perform our role. If Muslims are not going to take this, then others will continue to lead the world. If the situation continues, then it will get harder and harder to be Muslim in this world. May Allah give us the ability to grasp our role and give us patience and perseverance to perform it diligently. This completes part 2 of the vicegerent. Thanks for watching the video, and don't forget to subscribe, share, comment, and like the videos, and if you want to be notified for future videos, then please hit the notification button as well. See you soon, inshallah.